Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special report on property investing and in particular property rents. Let's have a look at this quick chart which shows what's happened to the national median rent for a 3-bedroom house in the last 3 years. You can see here it jumped from around $280 a week to $300 a week through 2006 through 2007 and then stopped rising. It's been bouncing around since then. So what's actually going on? Why haven't rents been increasing? Because on the face of it, they should be. Interest rates are up, building costs are up, all sorts of costs that landlords will try, in theory, to pass on to renters. But it's clear that hasn't happened, particularly in the last 6 months. That's because of a whole lot of new supply coming onto the market. Let's have a look at a couple of charts here. Firstly, this one, the number of houses for rent. That has increased quite substantially through May, June, July. Why is that? Well, back in January, February, March, a lot of people put their houses onto the market to sell, thinking the property market's peaked, I'll get out here now. Trouble is, of course, everyone thought the same thing at the same time. They all rushed for the exit, they couldn't get out, the market was dire, so they've taken their houses off the market in May, June, July, taken it off the market to sell and back onto the market to rent. And that's put pressure on rents across the nation, and in some places in particular. Let's look at Auckland here now. Now this is the chart showing what's happened to rents for a 3-bedroom house in Auckland. The middle of last year it was about $430 a week. It blipped up to $450 a week by midway through this year and has just dropped again to $430 a week in August. Flats too, not seeing a big increasing trend. In fact, for 8 months it was flat, the median, at $300 from May 2007 to February this year. It blipped up a little bit in February when the students came back, $330 a week, and it's now dropped down again to $310 a week. So basically, pretty much flat. Let's have a look at Wellington. Prices here really are on another planet. If you look at 3-bedroom house prices for rent over the last 3 years or so, they have risen quite substantially. Between May 2007 and July 2008, the price rose from $380 a week to $450 a week. That now means that it's more expensive to rent a 3-bedroom house in Wellington than it is in Auckland. What's going on here? Obviously, a huge amount of government spending and a big amount of demand from people there who are cashed up with all those high salaries for bureaucrats. Apartments though in Wellington a bit more subdued because of a lot of supply coming onto the market with new apartment buildings. We've seen rents go from $260 a week in early 2006 to about $300 a week in mid-2007, and it's been pretty stable since then. And flats are still cheaper in Wellington than they are in Auckland, but the gap, it has to be said, is closing. Christchurch, however, pretty healthy down there. Rents have risen for a 3-bedroom house from $300 a week to $320 a week in the last year or so, while the rents for a 2-bedroom flat are up to $240 a week from $220 a week. Not such great pressures on the market there, and the regional economies are doing slightly better with all the dairy money that's floating around. So on the whole, landlords are having a really tough time of it at the moment. Interest rates are rising, they can't increase their rents, particularly in Auckland, and that is driving cash flows down close to the floor. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special report on rental property investing for interest.co.nz.